I want to quickly talk to you about fair credit cards that pull Experian. So if you currently have fair credit, in other words, you have a FICO score above a 579, 580, and you want a credit card that pull Experian, this is the review I want you to pay attention to. So the first card I want to introduce you to is called the Avon credit card. So the Avon credit card is kind of cool, and it's a fair credit card that pulls Experian. And we love the fact that this card actually it will give you a high limit right off the bat. You could probably get like $5,000 all the way to $10,000. The only problem with this card is that it has a very high APR. So this is the kind of card you do not want to carry a balance on. So whatever you charge on the card, make sure that you pay about the 28th or the 25th of the month all your balance. So you carry no balance because the APR is really high. You are looking at 30%. 30%. And on top of that, this Avon credit card charges you an annual fee of $59. So this card actually, for all intents and purposes, doesn't actually add value. The only value it adds is that it helps you build or rebuild credit. So whether you have a bad credit or a fair credit, you will use the Avon credit card just to rebuild your credit because the card actually reports your transactions to all three credit bureaus. But the card doesn't have any rewards, doesn't have any cashback feature to it. So you just need to use the card to actually build credit, to actually have a trade line on your credit report. That's it. So the card actually is, the credit score that you need to have if you want to qualify for this card, anything from 550 all the way to 740. Okay, but honestly, if you have 740 as a FICO score, there are better cards out there than to look for the Avon credit card. But this card is cool because again, the initial limit is really good, 5,000 all the way to 10,000. And on top of that, the card actually they'll review your transactions. Your payment history every 3 to 4 to 6 months, and every now and then they will increase your limits. What we have seen is that Avon is really generous in terms of increasing your credit limit. So we really love that a lot. And so overall, Avon credit card, this is a fair credit card that pulls Experian. So just make sure that your Experian credit score, your Experian credit report is sort of clean though. So there are no sort of derogatory items. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here to have a quick convo with you about fair credit cards that pull Experian. I want to talk to you about another card called this is the Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards credit card. So this card, unlike the first one, actually has a feature. It has a rewards, so that's cashback. So you want to think about this card if you are looking for a cashback credit card that actually is a fair credit card that pulls Experian. And so basically, when we talk about cashback, we're talking about nothing complicated. You have a flat rate cashback. So the flat rate cashback is kind of cool, but this card, sort of similar to the Avon credit card, has a very high regular APR. So all Capital One credit cards have a high APR. The thing is, you do not want to carry a balance on those cards either. On top of that, so you have a 30.49, 30% in APR, and this card actually carries an annual fee of $39. So this card, again, you get the card just for the cashback feature, but do not carry a balance. So what about the cashback? Let's talk about that. So the cashback, you actually earn unlimited 5% cashback on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. And this is kind of cool. And you have 1.5% unlimited cashback on every purchase every day. So 1.5% flat rate, fantastic. And so overall, what we love about the card is that basically you can redeem rewards easily as a stipend credit. And this is really good, but you need to actually spend a lot of cash to be able to offset the $39 they're charging you every year. It's not a lot when you compare this to other credit cards out there, but $39 is still something. So you need to offset it. Otherwise, you'll be on the losing side. On top of that, sort of similar to Avon credit card, this fair credit cards that pull Experian, in other words, the Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards credit card, will review your transactional history every 6 months, and they will bump your limit after 6 months. So basically, they might start you initially around $2,000, and then every 6 months they will see if they can double or maybe increase by 50% your initial limit. So just be very, very careful in terms of your payment history, and should be rewarded very soon through Capital One by Capital One. It's just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm talking to you about fair credit cards that pull Experian for massive limits. Credit One Bank Wonder card is another credit card that actually is a fair credit card that pulls Experian. And this card is great for travel. So if you're looking for a travel credit card that is fair credit that pulls Experian, you might want to think about the Credit One Bank Wonder card. And so this card actually, let me just kind of quickly walk you through the rewards rate. So you can earn 10x points on eligible hotels and car rentals booked through the Credit One Bank travel partner site. You can earn 5x points on eligible travel, dining, and gas, 1x points on all other purchases. So, and you have an intro offer of 10,000 bonus points if you actually sign up now. But the thing is, this card is a little tricky because you do have a $95 annual fee. So this is kind of similar to what I said before. See, for the Capital One, they were charging you $39. For the Avon credit card, they were charging you $59. This card is charging you $95. So you better really spend as much to actually to rack up enough rewards to be able to offset the $95. Okay, but it is possible though. It is totally possible. But you got to use the card. That's why they have it. So the regular APR is kind of high also, so 29%. You do not want to carry a balance on this card. You do not want to roll over balances on this card either. And so the recommended credit here, 580 all the way to 740. So this card, the play you want to have with this card is that you want to use it for travel. Okay, if you want to earn travel rewards and avoid a security deposit while you work on your credit score, this card may be the perfect fit. It not only offers some of the highest travel rewards rate you can get on a card that's available with fair credit, but also gives you a chance to earn a decent sign-up bonus and an even rarer feature on cards available at this credit level. Because usually when you get those travel rewards, you get them at a very, like cards that have a great credit or excellent credit. So this is kind of cool. So this card overall is just fantastic. Just make sure that you actually take care of your payment history so that you can bump up your history very soon. And so the card comes with a minimum starting credit limit of $500, but after a while they will bump you up. So just keep using the card for, just keep using the card and do the right thing, paying on time, and you should be fine. If you are looking for a fair credit card that pulls Experian, you might want to try the Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa. So this card, as the name implies, this is actually a card that allows you to earn cash rewards. But we think it's a great card for you because it is best for low interest and low cost. So basically, you can earn 1.5% unlimited cashback on card purchases every time you make a payment. And so there is an intro offer of $200, and the card has no annual fee. So we love that a lot because this annual fee sometimes sort of like it's a killer. Think about it, $95. That's a lot of cash. $95 that we have with the Wonder card, the Credit One Bank card. This card, the Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa credit card, doesn't have that. On top of that, the regular APR is really low, so we love that a lot. So you're looking at 15% all the way to 30%. So that delta is kind of interesting because it just tells you that there are possibilities there in terms of low APR. And so this card actually is really great. We think this no annual fee card is an option for cardholders who are still learning to manage their credit, because it operates as a hybrid credit card personal loan. So you could also potentially qualify for a low fixed interest rate, 15% all the way to 30%. You can also earn a respectable 1.5% cashback on all purchases as you make payments. So you have a lot of benefits here with the card. So we love the card a lot, and basically we also love the fact that you can earn rewards at a rate similar to cards that typically require good to excellent credit. So any balance that's carried over is automatically converted into an installment loan with a fixed monthly payment. So this is kind of cool. We think that this is one area where Upgrade has been really brilliant. And basically, you also can earn a $200 bonus after opening a Rewards Checking Plus account and making 3 debit card transactions. So you can see that Upgrade is trying to really get into the checking industry, like the online banking industry. And so they are rewarding you if you use the card for that purpose. So this is kind of cool. But the card, I just want to go back quickly to what I said earlier about this Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa. we love the fact that you are able to use the card to combine the flexibility of a credit card with the predictability of a personal loan. So this makes the card actually a personal line of credit when you think about it that way. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about fair credit cards that pull Experian. Another credit card I want to share with you is a Capital One Platinum credit card. So if you're looking for a fair credit card that pulls Experian, the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card is not the only one. You also have the Platinum credit card. A lot of folks know this one better because when they think fair credit, they automatically think about the Platinum credit card. But it is still a decent card. It is not as great as the first one because the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card actually had cash rewards, but this Capital One Platinum credit card is just a flat card. I mean, it's just a card that allows you to rebuild or build your credit. Okay, so there is no intro offer, there are no rewards, and there is no annual fee. Of course, thank God. Can you imagine if they were charging you an annual fee? But the regular APR is kind of high. Also, it's the same thing that I said before, 30%. So any Capital One credit card that you have, just make sure you do not carry a balance on the card. Otherwise, they will just kill you with that rate. Okay. So one thing I want to say here is that just use the card responsibly. Pay attention to your payment history and use the card so that you can actually be like, Capital One will increase your limits within 6 months and maybe upgrade you to a better card, because this card again is great for credit building. If you are like, let's say you are just a student, or you're just a young adult, or you just a regular adult, quote unquote regular adult, who has gone through stuff and maybe bankruptcy or collections or whatever, and then you're trying to really build a rebuild credit, then this card is great. Now the card is not going to offer you any extra rewards. This is a card straight for credit building, but just use the card responsibly, and Capital One will take care of you, not a problem. And what you want to have is, this is not a card to actually carry for years. No, this is this is what we call a transition credit card. Okay, it's a transition fair credit card that pulls Experian. So again, I didn't have to say that, but you just want to make sure that your Experian credit report is clean though. Another card that you might be interested in is the Mission Lane Cashback Visa credit card. And the Mission Lane Cashback Visa credit card is kind of cool when it comes to fair credit cards that pull Experian. And so this card is great in our view for 1.5% cashback in this credit category. Okay, so you are earning 1.5% cashback on all purchases. There is no need for rotating categories. There's no need for you to sort of track anything. No. It's just automatic. It happens on all purchases. It happens on every purchase that you have. The card, thank God, doesn't have any annual fee, and there is no intro offer either. So the card is just purely for cashback. And the regular APR is kind of high also, so you do not want to carry a balance on the card. So you are looking at 27% all the way to 30%. And this is like, when we analyze this kind of card, we just like, you know what? It's a card that you use and you pay off every single month. On the 27th or the 25th of the month, just pay the balance off, and you should be good to go. So anyone who wants to earn modest cashback rewards with fair credit may find his or her match with this card, because when you really think about it, when you have with no security deposit required and a fairly low annual fee compared to other cards on the market, this card offers some decent starting grounds for credit building. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. I want to emphasize the fact that you are not required to post any security deposit, because a lot of folks, when they hear the credit card, like when they hear the name Mission Lane, they're thinking, oh, those are like subpar credit cards. Yes, there are subpar credit cards. I mean, there are credit cards for people with subpar credit. Let's say it that way. But still, you can use the card as a transitional credit card to get a better card in the future. So it's all about having a transitional sort of mindset. And so you also can you can qualify instantly without harming your credit score, which means you have the ability to pre-qualify for this credit card and you have an instant decision on your application. This is really good. And so one thing I want to say also is that you actually have free online credit score access for cardholders. So Mission Lane is trying to help you improve your credit. This is really fantastic. The last card I want to share with you is the Discovery Student Cashback. So this card, as the name implies, this is for students who have fair credit and trying to get a fair credit card that pulls Experian. And this is, in our view, this is the best credit card for rotating cashback, bonus categories, and because the card allows you to earn 5%. Can you imagine? 5% and then 1%. So you earn 5% cashback on everyday purchases at different places, like every quarter, and different places within Amazon.com, grocery stores, restaurants, and gas stations, up to the quarterly maximum where you activate. So this is really an important element to think about. And then you can earn unlimited 1% cashback on all other purchases automatically. So again, this is really fantastic. And there is a cashback match offer. So every Discover credit card has this cashback match, of course. And the card has no annual fee. So we love that a lot. And the regular APR is kind of decent too. This is what we love with Discover. Like you are paying like 18% all the way to 27%. And it is what it is. And so the thing here is that you need to understand that basically, even though the reward structure may be a little complicated, it's just a lot better to take notes, because the rewards rate, 5% cashback on up to $1,500 in rotating bonus categories purchases every quarter, enrollment required than 1%, is generous for a student card. So if you're a student, that's just fantastic. This card is also great for learning more about finances as a student. If you will get a free FICO credit scorecard and spending summary report and in-depth credit monitoring. So the card is really great. The card is giving you value. If you're a student, you will love the card. On top of that, you have a purchase intro APR of 0% for 6 months. So for 6 months, when you start going to school, start going to school, you might actually, and you actually activate the card and you pay stuff with the card, you might pay 0 interest on those purchases. So this could be a great opportunity for you in terms of really, see what's really available. So, but again, you got to be willing to go through the whole process though. But this card is great because we just love the fact that it has a low APR, and also see the thing is that the rotating categories, are also an important draw of this card that we love a lot, and you can easily increase your limits with this card. So the Discover Student Cashback is a fantastic card. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me quickly recap to this conversation. So I spoke to you about fair credit cards that pull Experian. Number 1, Avon. Number 2, Capital One, Quicksilver One. Number 3, Credit One, Bank Wonder. Number 4, Upgrade. Number 5, Capital One Platinum. Number 6, Mission Late. Number 7, Discovery. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.